Knives are cool. And axes too. Hello everybody, Robert Breaker here, and I thought I'd do a little review on a knife today that I've heard good things about, and I wanted to see what y'all thought. It is the SOG Field Knife. Thank you, Conrad. The fixed blade field knife by SOG, and it looks like a nice little SOG blade, and I'd really like to look at this, but how do you, if I only had a knife to open the knife. You got a knife over there? Thank you. Well then, if I only had a knife to open that knife. Well, so much for this review. Wait a minute. I guess the moral of that story is you got to have a knife to get a knife. This is a Gerber Swagger on sale at Walmart. I guess we'll look at it first, then we'll look at the SOG. This is how you open these. Oh, it's always scary. Okay, here you go. Go put that on the table, buddy. Here is a little folder. This, by the way, is a tiny little Gerber that I found at a garage sale, and it says Tool Shack on it. I don't know if that's a company or what that is, but this is a Portland, USA Gerber 400. And just a little, what, 50-cent garage sale find. So this is the Gerber, what does it say on that? Bring it over again, let's see what this model is. It's got a nice little clip here.
What I found.
That's the instructions inside, yeah. It says G10 handle, 7CR steel, serrated, Swagger, clip folding knife. So let's see if we like the Swagger. Here you go, go put it over there. Swagger, let's find out. So we got the Swagger here, and I got no way to open it on the top. So it's just the bottom open. It opens pretty easy, but I can't do it fast. And it's not bad. Not the perfect knife. Now I know why it was on sale. How's it fit in there? Fits pretty good. Pull it out. Bring the paper over. Let's see what it does. Are they sharp from the factory? Let's see here.
The paper is a test.
That's pretty sharp from the factory. I think this was like 15 bucks on sale at Walmart for Gerber, so I thought I'd get it and try it out. So that's your Gerber Swagger. So before I could do this video, I had to get my Swagger on, right? Okay, Conrad, let's do this. Pick up this right here, and let's open this one. And I guess we'll use the Swagger. Not to be confused with Jimmy Swagger, or Jimmy Swagger. Okay, back up, I'm cutting this. So this is the Field Knife SOG. Here we go. I hope it's recording because I only have one shot at this. The serrated part works really good for pulling that around.
Dad.
Yes, sir?
I love you.
Love you too, buddy. So here we go. Here is our SOG Field Knife, fixed blade. And this is what I really wanted this for, is for the sheath. Oh, they make this packaging so hard. Man, how are we supposed to get that out, buddy?
I don't know.
There it goes. Go put that on the table, please. Okay, so very nice little Kydex sheath. And it too is set up with a clip. So let's see how it looks with a clip. Okay, hold on to that. So, oh, it comes out. Maybe I put it on the belt. Well, I don't have a belt. Well, I'm assuming if it's a belt, yeah. So there it is. Let's see a piece of paper. Bring me a piece of paper. So there's your field knife by SOG. It has a good feel. My favorite knife has one place here for your fingers, and it's pretty well weighted. Let's see how sharp it is. You ready? It always doubles over. How's the best way to do it? Let's try it like that. Yeah, factory. Real good. It's just, it needs a little bit more, I think.
My hand is a knife for cutting paper.
Here, take that away, take that away. Here's the reason I thought this was cool and what I wanted to try out. See how the sheath has a cutout there? So that the blade is sticking through. And the idea behind this knife, my first thought was for a seat belt, is oh no, I'm trapped in my car, I pull the knife out and I can cut the seat belt. So let's try and see how that works. I don't have a seat belt. Come hold this, Conrad. But I figure this would work just as good. I got it tied to the tree here. So, that did not work too well. It popped right out of the sheath. So, if you hold, well, I'm not gonna hold the sheath, I'm gonna hold the knife. If I hold the knife, that doesn't work. But if I hold the sheath, let's see what happens. Holding the sheath now. Seriously? Come on, SOG.
That's why you gotta take it off.
I had to chop it almost. Let's try again.
You chopped it.
I'm strapped in my seatbelt and I need out.
You chopped it.
Well, hopefully it works better on a seatbelt. That's not cutting. Let's try it without the sheath there. It cuts easy. It just, I think it was a good idea. It just doesn't seem to work too well. I mean, it cuts, it's a sharp knife. So why isn't it cutting while it's in the sheath? I think they had a nice idea, but it doesn't seem to want to work too well. So that's one of those where trial and error thing. Yeah, I'm not getting any cutting whatsoever with the sheath on. So I don't know, maybe I'm using the wrong material, but this is kind of like seatbelt material. It's just very thin. So about the thickness of a seatbelt. See that? You cut that time. Give it one more shot here. Pull it in. It's just ripping it, see that? So I don't know if that's a good idea to make your sheath open like that. I'm definitely not gonna cut my finger or anything, but what is the idea behind that? To be like a seatbelt cutter? As you can see, that does not work too well. If all you grab is the handle, the knife comes right out. If you hold on to the sheath, still, that's not a cut. Look what it did. Why is it not cutting? If I pull it like that together, it cuts. I don't know. I'm not too happy with that. I thought I would be. I thought this would be really cool. If I double it over, see how it's not cutting? There, finally. I don't know. The knife itself is great. That idea of a sheath looked cool in the box, but hands-on, not that great. Because the knife, there's nothing wrong with the knife. It's just, there must not be enough of a cutting edge for cutting there. So there's your SOG. Let's look at it. I'll sit back down. SOG Field Knife. It has a good feel in my hand. I like that. I like the top piece here for you to do that. I wish I had something to chop on, but I don't. But I thought we'd do a cutting test. And oh, that was good. So it's pretty sharp from the factory. Everything seems to be okay, but I think that is not the best idea. So if you want one of these, that's probably something you will not be using. Now, I'm not gonna go in my car and cut my seatbelt to try it, but if you have extra seatbelt, maybe you could try that and see what you think. SOG Field Knife. Nice little knife, but that just seems pretty dumb. Okay, well, what else can I say about it? It's got the glass breaker here. That's kind of nice. And it does have a pretty good feel in your hand, except that's too big of a ridge. It makes my other finger come too far back. It splits it like that. So it could be a little better of a handle. But it is a nice little knife. It's pretty affordable. This plastic feels really good. But that idea of the sheath was a great idea in principle. On paper, but not too great in practice. All right, so that's your field knife. And you know what the field pup is, I hope. And we might do a video on a field pup soon, or a, what do they call it? Seal pup, that's what it is. But yeah, interesting. Hey, it's stuck.
Knives are cool. And axes too.
Bullseye.